Disaster at Silo 7 was released in 1988. This is directed by Larry Elikann. It's written by Douglas Lloyd McIntosh. And we have a cast including Michael O'Keefe, Perry King, Peter Boyle. It's because of Peter Boyle that I became aware of this, and I read the description and thought, I don't understand what half of those words mean. So I went into this with very little knowledge, and honestly, it was easy enough to follow what was happening, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. I just found it a little bit boring, but I'm willing to admit that maybe if I was more passionate about missiles, I might have enjoyed it a bit more. The description that I had for this is from Wikipedia, and it says, during routine maintenance of a liquid-fueled ICBM, the fuel tank is penetrated by a falling socket. And I didn't understand any of that. An ICBM, as it turns out, is an intercontinental ballistic missile. It's a missile, and the falling socket, that moment, I have to say, was very dramatic and very well done. The rest of the film, not very much. This causes a lot of problems. People are in danger. They have to try and rectify the problem. It's a big task. It could have been a lot more dramatic, but I just found it to be really boring. But again, as I said, maybe if I was passionate about missiles, I would enjoy the main narrative a little bit more. But there are many films I've loved where I know nothing about the main subject until I start watching it. So it's not that I couldn't have enjoyed it, but maybe there are things that I just didn't pick up on that might have otherwise meant something to me. So I'm willing to admit that maybe it's partly my fault, but I also just think the narrative is very slow, very boring. There's not a lot of emotion in it. The characters are okay. I didn't really care for any character, but nobody annoyed me. Nobody seemed badly written. The performances are fine. In general, I don't think Disaster at Silo 7 is a particularly good film. It's just dull. It's very dull. The scene, as I said, where the socket fell, it was dramatic. It was very well done. Everything else, though, it just fell a little bit flat. Do I recommend it? Only if you're really interested in missiles. Only if the subject matter really, really appeals to you. From my perspective, at least, it's not one of those films where it can have wider appeal. I could be wrong. Maybe you give it a go and actually it really appeals to you, even if, like me, you'd never heard of ICBMs before, or at least didn't know what that stood for. Maybe it's going to work for you, but from my perspective, it's not a good story. I guess it had potential, but I just don't think it delivered. But if you're curious, if it might appeal to you, check it out. Or indeed, if like me, you want to watch it because of somebody in the cast, it is a watchable film. It's just not very entertaining. So give it a go if you're curious. Let me know what you think. But if you decide not to watch it, I don't think you're really missing out on much.